When I started my LinkedIn journey 4 years ago, I started alone, kind of blind like a naked mole rat in the tunnels of the San Diego Zoo. I'm pretty sure that was the San Diego Zoo. Just flailing around in the darkness and just posting about different things. And I tried really, really hard to be everything to everyone. So I would post empty platitudes that would try to help as many people as I could. And in so doing, I deluded myself. Instead of getting a crystal clear, heck, spicy, spiky version of Chris on LinkedIn, they would get this watered down guy that was trying too hard to be friends with everybody and therefore not really saying anything meaningful or useful at all. So what I wish I had done 4 years ago was to try to stop pleasing everybody and just be focused on who I am, what I've done, what I believe, and what I don't believe. If you're early in your career, I understand if you think you don't have big enough wins, but you have wins. Comparison is the thief of joy. And if you find yourself worried that you're not going to be able to compare yourself to a 10-year veteran, you are using the wrong metric. You are comparing yourself to someone who is literally not in your league. If you're just starting in your career, look at what other people at your experience level are talking about and have done. And you will find that they have not done much and they are not talking about it. Just the sheer fact of talking about what you've done to date, even if it's your capstone project in college, if it's a series of reviews that you've seen on games that you love, any of these things can still be a powerful differentiator for you in your career. As you accomplish new things, you will have more to talk about. If you feel like you don't have enough things to talk about, to share, then go learn a skill and then tell everybody how you learned it, what was hard about learning it, and what you're hoping to build with this newly acquired skill. You will get bonus points if you actually go take the skill, build something, and then talk about that building process and the shipping process, because this world does not have enough people who build things. So, with the same kind of mindset that people respect teachers, people early in their career should embrace being builders. And note, I said builders, not inventors. We are not looking for you to invent the new, the new flavor of ice cream at Baskin and Robbins. We're not looking for an innovative, deep idea. We're looking for people who will be courageous, proactive, and do things without being told that they should do things. Clients and just well-wishers come to me all the time and ask me about the LinkedIn algorithm. They ask me, isn't it changing all the time? And the answer is yes. But just because the algorithm changes, it doesn't mean that your behavior should change. Post regularly. Whatever the algorithm does, it's going to only change the impact of what you do by maybe 5-10%, because you are not professional influencers. You should not overthink this. The biggest problem I see people make and the biggest challenge they face is overthinking it. They try to min-max and theory craft their way to maximizing the impact of the algorithm, but it is of little benefit to try to anticipate the unpredictable. So do what I do. Commit to posting. If you post regularly, then people will see you regularly. That is the only thing you should be mindful of. I recommend to my clients, aim for a post a day, but most of them struggle. So we ramp up from 1 post a week to 2 posts a week to 3 posts a week. And at the 3 posts a week, they hit a plateau and they just stay there for a bit until they realize that they have learned how to write posts quicker and they have more ideas and more things worth knowing and more things worth teaching than they expected before. And then they make the climb to 5 posts a week. And that's it. If you're early in your career, you might say, oh, I don't have time to build things or ship things. But the size and shape of something you build or ship is really up to you. The smallest thing that you can ship is literally a LinkedIn post or a TikTok video. And then you start layering up from there. So what you build, what you ship, what you learn, the atomic size of, or the unit of measure is really up to you. But I hope you understand that if you learn something and you don't transform that into action that the external world can react to, then you will not be learning very quickly. The more that you share what you're learning with the world, the more feedback you get. The more feedback you get, hopefully you will learn more about what works and what doesn't work, and then iterate. And the more you iterate, you compound your skills. The more you ship publicly, you compound your public visibility. And these two things work together to give you momentum to hopefully get the job or promotion or have clientele or business that you truly deserve. It doesn't hurt your credibility if you're wrong. We know so many people who have made mistakes in their life, right? But you will also find that when you put something on social media, very, very, very rarely will people call you out for being wrong. Maybe they will reach out to you privately and say, hey, this is a different experience I have. But most of the time on social media, people who disagree with you, they just won't engage. And the people who do appreciate you, they will engage, like, comment, and give you more visibility for who you are and what you do. So even when people disagree with you, it is really unlikely that they will go out of their way to pick a fight. People just underestimate, or people just overestimate how hostile people will be on LinkedIn. Now on Twitter, those people are always looking for a fight. And so I never ever tell any of my clients to try to build their reputations on Twitter. I have tried. And I just find myself being pulled into these fights with people who just want to fight and aren't actually trying to discover a better way to do work. And so how you start is with the smallest thing possible. And that small thing can either be a comment or writing a post telling people about what your favorite X is. You could say, hey, my favorite game is X, and let me tell you why this is my favorite game. It is nothing about you. It is about what you like and extolling the features of something that you appreciate. And yeah, I know it can feel weird to do it on LinkedIn, but this is the safest way for you to start being seen. When you post this, when you post something as banal as a game you like, a movie you like, a TV series that you are currently enjoying, and you see people are generally accepting / supportive, then that will give you confidence to go farther, to go deeper, and to do more. The more you do, the easier it will be to do more. That's the essence of momentum. And so if you just start like that, you're gonna go far. 4 years ago, I was a naked mole rat flailing around on LinkedIn trying to figure out what I needed to do to get anybody to pay attention to me. You don't have to start where I did, flailing around in the darkness at anything that moved. Remember, the smallest thing you can do is post something. Post about something you love. Post about the game that you like to play. Post about something fun that you did. But stop theory crafting and trying to maximize the algorithm, which is inscrutable. It's designed for us not to understand it. Right? Just get started. And follow and subscribe here for more real down-to-earth tips to get you hired, to get you promoted, to get you interviewed, and all of the things you deserve in your career. And I will see you in the next video.